Start the class, okay? I will be taking your PSM theory. So, Edina, in that day we were discussing about hygiene, right? So, are you able to see the screen? Are you able to see the screen? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you completed all of this hygiene, then good personal hygiene? Have we completed? We have already started with hygiene. I guess we have completed all of this. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we do? Personal hygiene?
এইটো লিখিলো মেম
Huh?
লিখিলো এইটো
Hand washing?
এইটোও হ'ল মেম
Hand washing techniques?
হ'ল মেম এইটো হ'ল
Tomar Harry, 10 essential functions of public health.
এইটোও হ'ল মেম
So, ঠিক আছে. আচ্ছা, hand washing technique. Babul Boro, you show me the hand washing techniques. তোমার ভিডিওটা অন করা ভিডিও অন করা আৰু do the hand washing steps. I want to see. কৰা আকৌ Eichmann Shisha Rinja, roll number 40. Are you present or not?
আৰু ক্লাছটো সম্ভালিবি আৰু যদি অনন্যা কলে yes ma'am বুলি কবি যিয়ে কক yes ma'am বুলি কবি আৰু
What?
তেতিয়া মাত নিদিবি মেম নেটৱৰ্ক প্ৰব্লেম হেল্ল মেম কান্ট হিয়াৰ বুলি কৈ দিবি
He what?
God. Oh my god, মোৰ mic on নেকি ৰে
Acha, hand washing techniques. Somebody turn on your video and show me the hand washing steps. Already হৈ গৈছে আমাৰ আৰু পিকচাৰো আছে
মতে শিকাই আহা পেটতে শিকি আহা ন গমেই পোৱা নাই যে মেডিকেলৰ হে ভগৱান আছে
do fast. Class start নকৰো তেনেহলে hand washing steps প্ৰথমে কৰা Should I end the meeting if you are not doing the hand washing steps? I will end the meeting. Okay, I won't take your class. Manoj Shetri, you do? Leave it then. Take the notes on infection and disinfection. Write down the topic, infection and disinfection. Write down the meaning of infection. What is infection? Okay, and then disinfection. Then you should write generally there are two methods of disinfection. They are chemical disinfection and physical disinfection. Okay, then some of the methods of disinfection chemically. What are the chemical disinfectants? The chemical disinfectants are alcohol. Okay, then chlorine and chlorine compounds, formaldehyde, hydrogen peroxide. So all this comes under your chemical disinfectants. And the types of disinfection, there are almost the types are divided into many groups, like for example concurrent disinfection. Okay, in this what happens, it is the application of disinfective measures as soon as possible after the discharge of infectious material from the body of an infected person or after the soiling of articles with such infectious discharges. Concurrent disinfection consists of usually disinfection of urine, feces, vomit. So in concurrent disinfection, what happens? You will have to clean the discharge, any kind of discharge or infectious materials from the patient. Okay, especially in the hospital environment. In the hospital environment, there will be soiling of the patient, dirt. Okay. Then also there will be some kind of disinfection of urine, feces. Okay. Feces means stool, then vomiting, then the contaminated linen. Contaminated means linen that are contaminated with blood stains. Okay, so all this you have to disinfect through concurrent disinfection. All these are done in the hospital setting. Okay, then next is your terminal disinfection. Okay, it is the application of disinfective measures after the patient has been removed by death or to the hospital or has been ceased to be a source. That means whenever a patient dies, okay, whenever a patient dies after the death of the patient, whenever the dead patient is removed from the bed, okay, from the hospital bedding, then they will have to disinfect the whole area of the bed. Okay, the bed, then the stools, the nearby surrounding, everything should be disinfected, because as soon as the other patient goes, a new patient will get admitted. So because of that, to protect against cross contamination and infection, terminal disinfection is mandatory. Okay, next is precurrent disinfection, that is by chlorine. Okay, next is your natural agents. In natural agents comes your sunlight and air. Sunlight, whenever, see, sunlight contains vitamin D. Okay, so direct and continuous exposure to sunlight is destructive to many diseases. So it is already been said in personal hygiene also that you should always keep your clothes under the sun for drying, so as it kills many of the germs and unseen microorganisms present in the cloth. Okay, so you should always keep it under the sun. So even the hospital or linen, hospital or kapur, apron, linen, okay, anything that is used in the hospital, they used to keep under the sun. Okay, next is air. How will you have to expose the linens and the other things in the air. Okay, exposure to open air acts by drying or evaporating by moisture. So these are the two natural agents naturally that is present in nature, that is sunlight and air. In physical, you will get burning, hot air, boiling, autoclaving, radiation. Then from your tomorrow eta kaam kora, from physical agents just burning or ekhini points likha. Okay, only this point. Number 2, just you write hot air. Okay, number 3, boiling. Okay, but no need to write these things. Explanation to dibo nalage. Eta kaam kora, starting or pra likha. Take the picture. You can click picture or you can write it down. Click the picture. Photo tuli lua. Finish? Have you taken the picture or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Itu one. Screenshot one. Take the pictures and note it down later in your exercise copies. Actually, all these are seminar topics, but we have very limited time. Okay, your exams are also approaching. By December month, you will have your final exams. So that's why I'm giving the notes as soon as possible. Physical agents of pra. Physical agents, number 1 likha burning, number 2 likha hot air. Okay, no need to write all this explanation. Explanations to likhibo na lage. Just E likha physical agent. Number 1 dia burning. Number 2 you write hot air. Number 3 boiling. In boiling you write till here. Okay, boiling you have to write the explanation. Kintu yaar pra just write down the names. In physical agents, burning, hot air, tenekwa. Mane ebur explanation to likhibo na lage. You don't need to write the explanations. Okay. Into for boiling, till here you have to write the explanation. Tarpisor autoclaving likha. Autoclaving is mainly done in hospital. Okay. Whatever instruments that you use in the hospital, okay, be it scissors, okay, be it any kind of prosthetics or any kinds of things that you use in the hospital setting. Okay, so all these things you have to put in autoclaving. By autoclaving the instruments, what happens? All the germs and bacteria are killed. Okay, because it's done at a very high temperature. So for that reason, autoclaving is a must in all the hospitals. Tarpisor number 5 likha radiation. Kintu explanation dibo nalage, okay? Radiation you write. Number F likha chemical agent. Just naam khini likha, like phenol and related compounds, crude phenol, cresol emulsion, then chlorhexidine, tenekwa. Just write down the names. Explanation to likhibo nalage. Explanation likhile bahut dikol hoi jabo notes khini, okay? So just in exam also, I won't ask you to write all of this definition. So chemical agent, phenol, crude phenol, cresol emulsion, just you have to know the names. This and last is Dettol. So these are the chemical agents. Just naam ke liye. Take the picture. Next, properties of an ideal disinfectant. Take the picture. And some of your exams were very bad. Okay, and I can know that some of the things were copied, maybe from your exercise itself. Photo tuli lua. Take the pictures fast. Take this picture. Have you taken the picture? Have you taken the picture or not? If I ask you something also, you doesn't need to answer anything. You all are
Yes,
students.
ma'am.
What are you?
রাজার ছেলে যাত্রা করেছিল
Are you able to see the screen? Waterborne diseases.
Yes, ma'am.
This is unit 6. Write down unit 6, waterborne diseases. So what are waterborne diseases? Waterborne diseases is mainly spread through water. Okay, by contaminated water. Okay, drinking dirty water. Okay, and these diseases, the waterborne disease, are mainly spread while bathing. Okay, whenever you take a bath. Okay, if the water is dirty. Okay, and in waters most of the microorganisms stay in water because the larva is present in the water, so it should always be clean. And also while washing clothes. Okay, drinking water should always be purified. Okay, it should always be, you should always drink clean drinking water. Or by eating food exposed to contaminated water. Food exposed to contaminated water mane especially tomar junk foods ebor. Okay, especially foods that are prepared outside. Junk foods, it contains many of the waterborne diseases are spread through all of this. Then diarrhea and vomiting are the most commonly reported symptoms. Okay, diarrhea, you all know what is diarrhea. Diarrhea means loose watery motion. So the loose watery motion and vomiting is mainly the main sign and symptoms of waterborne disease. Okay, and some other symptoms can also include like skin infection, ear infection, respiratory tract infection, or any kind of eye problems. These are the other symptoms of waterborne disease. Into the most commonly reported symptom is your diarrhea and vomiting. It mainly happens to most of the people because of because of the unhygienic measures, and also because of dirty water, mainly spread through dirty water. Okay, waterborne diseases are just first paragraph, you can take the picture or else you can write it down. These two paragraphs are not required. You all are writing or you are taking the picture?
I'm taking the picture.
Okay, just the first paragraph you write down. Okay, second and third paragraph nalage, means it's not required. Second and third paragraph. Then after that, you have to write infections by type of pathogens. Okay, there are various types of waterborne diseases that are spread by protozoal infection, bacteria, viruses, algae. So I have already made the chart, okay, in a very easy way. Like for protozoa, this is the first column is about disease and transmission. The second column is about the agent factor. Then the sources of agent in water supply, how the microbial agent is transmitted. Okay, the source is already written here, and next are the symptoms. What are the sign and symptoms that you can get because of this agent? Okay, like for example, your amoebiasis. Okay, the microbial agent's name is Entamoeba histolytica. So this is the name of the agent. This is the agent factor, and the tumor disease, that is amoebiasis. Sources to ki hoy, these are the sources, and these are the symptoms. What it can cause, what Entamoeba histolytica, what can it cause, the symptoms. So you have to make the chart, okay, you have to make columns. Just take the picture. Everything is clearly written here. If you just write it down, Okay, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. Because tomorrow you don't need to reply anything, no? You only need to write the notes, just notes to review. You don't even answer anything whenever anything is been asked by your teacher. Take the pictures fast. By reading only, you will just come to know. It's written in a very easy way. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. For bacteria, take the pictures. And all these are important, okay? I will ask you. All this will surely come for your finals, for MCQ based questions. Click the pictures and write it down in your notebook. Please turn off your video key. Turn off your this one. Mute yourself. And these are some of the preventive measures of waterborne diseases. Like how can you prevent the waterborne disease? That is by drinking clean water and also by drinking filtered water and boiled water. Okay, because when you boil water, most of the germs are killed by through boiling. So you should always drink boiling water and filtered water. And you should always store water in a clean container. Okay, you should wash the container that you store water. And the water jars or containers should be washed daily. You should always wash your hands, okay, before and after preparing food, before eating food. And also you should teach the little ones, okay, about the hand washing. And you already know hand washing techniques, so hand washing techniques should be taught even to little children. And also it is mandatory to wash hands with soap or hand sanitizers. If not soap, at least you should use hand sanitizers after using the washroom. Okay. And then you should always consume warm and home cooked foods while avoiding street foods. Because of street foods, many people used to have many kinds of diseases, waterborne diseases that are spread through food poisoning. Okay, so all these are mainly occurred through the street foods. So try to avoid street foods as much as possible. And then you should consume always homemade food because these are healthy and clean. And also you should wash your hands thoroughly before cooking. Before cooking the meal, you should always wash your hands properly. And you should always store your foods covered with a lid. Okay, always you should cover the food. Otherwise, there will be flies, okay, that might stay in your food, because of which you should always try to keep your foods covered. And also the pipes and tanks that are present in your house, you should clean it at least in a month. Okay, at least in a month 3 to 4 times you should try to clean the pipes and tanks, because in the pipes and tanks, if it is dirty, then it is a breeding place for mosquitoes. Then there are presence of various insects, okay, then earthworms. Okay, so because of this, you should always wash your pipes and tanks at least 3 to 4 times in a month. Okay, and you should always use detergent and hot water. And you should also flush your stool in the toilet properly after toileting. And last is, travelers should always drink bottled water and avoid uncooked food. People who travel from here to there, okay, whoever travels mostly, they should always try to drink the bottled water, and they should avoid all the uncooked foods. Okay, they should eat packed foods or dry foods or dry fruits or foods, any kind of, but they should avoid uncooked foods. So these are some of the preventive measures that they can do to avoid waterborne diseases, because waterborne disease itself, the name is water, so it is obviously spread through water. Okay, so you should always try to avoid the junk foods, drink clean water, boiling water should be used. Okay, washing hands before, after and cooking meal. So all these preventive measures are mandatory for each and every one of us. Okay. What class do you have next? Next period?
ED class.
PD, ma'am.
Huh?
PD.
PD.
Yes, ma'am.
Who takes your PD?
Jayashree, ma'am, I think.
Jayashree ma'am. Oh, okay then. And see, when I ask you questions, all of you, even if you know or not, even if it's right or wrong, try to answer. Okay. Try to answer. Be like good and punctual, disciplined students. Okay, you all are
Ma'am,
students, try to
too
be
noisy here
disciplined.
sometimes.
What?
Ma'am, noisy this way.
No key?
Noisy, ma'am. I mean, too noisy sometimes.
Noisy?
Yes.
Some of you do answer, but there are many students who doesn't answer at all. Okay. So it seems very boring to even take the class when you don't participate in the class. And moreover, we are doing in offline mode. If it was online, it was something else. We didn't even meet each other. And from now itself, you all are like this. Hmm? You should be disciplined. আৰু বেকাৰ এনে কিবা কিবি message, like ফালতু message you are always typing. Hmm? And when I ask you something, you are muted. But when I don't ask you anything, you are unmuted, and then pura bhari awas ahi thake. What is that? So much indiscipline in the class. You all can leave the meeting, and I'll take your class in the next class. And try to finish the notes. Write down the notes in your copy. Later on, you will say, I don't have notes, I don't have this, I don't have that. At that time, don't ask me anything. I don't expect. I won't give you any notes. I don't think any of the teachers are giving you notes. I think they are asking you to see from the student portal, most of them. But at least I am giving you notes. I think you should copy properly. Because many of the things বহুত বেছি হৈ যাব যদি তুমি student portal দেখি চালে. Okay, because in student portal I've uploaded many things. So I'm giving you notes so as to lessen the burden. Okay, I'm giving many things in short. But if you want, you can see in student portal, and that long notes you can study if you want to. You can leave the class. Don't text in chat. কি আসলে নামটো? Aminul